You want to talk about fan service? You want to talk about things that certain people in the fandom have wanted? Super Dragon Ball Heroes Ultra God Mission Episode 4 gives you that. As if we haven't gotten enough Bardock in the past year or so, with Bardock being used in the Dragon Ball Super manga as a connective tissue to Granola and to Goku. And now this idea that people have about Bardock being involved and this idea of Bardock having a place in Goku's mind now in Dragon Ball Super going past the Granola arc. Dragon Ball Heroes, what do? Whether it be purposely done or not, what do? They literally give us Bardock. And not just that, they give us Bardock versus Goku. Can you believe? And I know a lot of Dragon Ball fans have wanted for years to have Bardock and Goku meet, right? I've always made the argument that Goku does not care about his father, and he doesn't. He doesn't give a damn. In the Granola arc, though, they kind of gave some development to where maybe he does now. But instead of them doing something where maybe Goku meets him in the afterlife, or, as maybe his spirit was already cleansed or something, Dragon Ball Heroes, the promotional anime, is where Goku and Bardock meet for the first time. So that might piss off some people, but hey, at least they actually got to meet. This is, of course, an alternate timeline Bardock. The episode opens up with Goku and Jiren facing off against the Cloaked Warriors. One of them reveals himself to be Bardock from a different timeline. And guess what? He also uses Super Saiyan 3. Now, it's not the first time Bardock gotten Super Saiyan 3, because in Heroes, the video game, he's gotten it before. Especially when he was the Masked Saiyan. He was able to do it. As that's happening, Goku is up for the challenge, and he goes into Ultra Instinct Omen, which I thought was pretty interesting. And what's interesting is Bardock recognizes Kakarot. I mean, he knows who he is. So they duke it out or whatever, but as expected, this is Dragon Ball Heroes, and Dragon Ball Heroes is never going to give us the quality of fights that we're going to get in a regular Dragon Ball anime, or hell, not even a movie, especially not a movie. And so it is what it is. I just feel like, again, this goes back to what I've said maybe a million times by now. So many ideas that people want to see, or just good or bad ideas, or just a lot of ideas to flesh out the Dragon Ball universe are first used in Dragon Ball Heroes. And it's crazy because it's stuff that fans have wanted, and they give it to you, but it's Heroes, so it never actually pays off the way people want it to pay off. You get no time for some actual real emotion or, some real connection, with what's going on. The animation is, choppy. I mean, it is what it is. Then we see some other fights, too. We see, like, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta fighting. We see Hit fighting. They cut to a lot of different fights and take us away from Goku and Bardock, which, yeah, they shouldn't have done that. But, again, with Heroes, I'm at the point now where I don't even get mad. I'm just, like, tired. I'm just, like, I'm watching these with very, very low expectations. But what I find interesting is, you think about it and you say, why use Bardock now? Why bring Bardock to Heroes again? He's been there before. I mentioned the Masked Saiyan is a big part of that storyline. Obviously, it's because of the synergy from the manga, right? That's why they brought him in. It's sort of like how in the last episode you had Gohan Black. Because Gohan, the movie had just come out in Japan. Like, literally the week before, I think Superhero came out in Japan, they dropped the Gohan Black reveal. So there's no question that maybe before Heroes wasn't, it wasn't, working with Shueisha and Toei to make everything have synergy. Now I think they're a bit more focused. Could be a coincidence, but I really don't think it is, because it's happened, I think, too frequently lately. Vegeta here appears to power up. He appears to power up into Blue Evolution. And he does a final flash, which was awesome. Also, there's a part where Yamcha's calling timeout as well. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, Vegeta busting out a final flash. I will say that the sequence, the way the animation looked here, was pretty good. The episode was choppy, but this shot of Vegeta, of him doing the final flash, I thought was pretty damn cool. So this kind of pissed me off. It was cool seeing Vegeta do the final flash, but when we cut back to Goku and Bardock, it's like they had just got done scrapping and they're both looking at each other, they're sweating, they're breathing hard. And it's like, damn, dude, again? Like, again, they're going to do the thing where they tease us with a fight that people have wanted to see for years, and then they don't deliver on that fight because, I don't know, because they wanted to cut away to Vegeta doing a final flash with some cheap animation. I don't like that. I really don't like that. So, speaking of beam struggles, Bardock fires a blast that resembles, I can't say it's exactly the same one, I thought it was going to be, but it resembles the one he used when he confronted Frieza in the original Bardock special, when he was in space or whatever. He fired that blast at Frieza, and Frieza fired his blast, the big planet destroyer, and that was the end of him. He fires that, Goku and UI Omen fires the Kamehameha, and they have a beam struggle. Again, I would have preferred more actual physical scrapping than this, but it's just annoying to me because they do this a lot. You know what I mean? They do it a lot. So Goku wins the beam struggle, and Bardock goes back to his base form, and kind of him and Goku kind of look at each other and they smile, you know, just talking about, I guess they were, you know, I'm guessing, reading through the subtext, that Bardock was proud that Kakarot had become a great fighter and vice versa. You know, Goku was proud that his father was great, even though I'm not really sure. They didn't have that moment where they talked to each other for a long time. We didn't get any of that here. That's not what this was about. And I think a lot of fans wanted that, but that's not what we got here. But that's the price you pay for, you know, 10-minute episodes, right? After the battle, it ends with Ios on the throne, which in a place that looks like Kanton City from Xenoverse. I don't think it is, but it looks like it. And then the Supreme Kai of Time. Remember, Ios is the original Supreme Kai of Time, but the one that's currently there appears under a cloak, because everybody's wearing those in this thing. As the tournament continues, I feel like the Supreme Kai of Time will eventually overthrow Ios, but that might only happen if one of the Supreme Kai of Time's team members actually wins. We'll see. We'll see. But overall, this episode was a big disappointment. I didn't like it. It's just the same old shit that we were seeing from Dragon Ball Heroes. Nothing ever really gets paid off, and they have these great moments that are pretty much wasted because had these moments happen in a regular Dragon Ball anime, a proper Dragon Ball anime, or a movie or whatever, there would have been, you know, there would have been enough time to kind of let this stuff marinate. There would have been enough time to kind of, you know, tell that story and like really get the characters to react to this, you know, to this revelation, whether it be Goku and Bardock or whether it be Gohan Black or, you know, something, Gohan and Trunks meeting up for the first time in years from the future, you know, but it seems to be always wasted to me in Dragon Ball Heroes, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm covering it because I already started covering it, but to be honest with you, I don't really care. Like, I'm not really, every episode I try to care and I try to get more into it, but it's a promo anime to promote a game that most of us aren't even going to get to play. Some of us have, I got to play it, but not everybody has. And thus, you're not going to really get a story here. It's not going to really be that cool. Plus, when the fights are no good, like, why are you watching? You know, so I give this, skip it. Honestly, you can probably skip it. Because I don't know if anything important happened here. I don't think it did. So just skip to the next one. Or just watch it. It's 10 minutes long and that's it. You're done with it. I have no desire to ever see it again. That's what I'm saying. Just being honest with you. Anyways, way more content coming up this weekend on the channel. Take care of yourself. I'll talk to you soon.